Kuzu Zangpo and a very warm welcome to Bhutan This week. I am Namgye Wangchuk and our top stories. His Majesty the King graced 108th National Day in Paru. The Cabinet approved 6 months maternity leave. And Bhutan's annual revenue from hydropower generation is expected to cross 14 billion rupee by the end of this year. His Majesty the King and His Majesty the Fourth Drukyalpo graced the 108th National Day in Paru. Other members of the royal family and senior dignitaries also joined to celebrate the day.
Thousands of people gathered at the Ugenpelri Palace today to celebrate the National Day. The celebration started with the traditional Chibdal reception of His Majesty the King and His Majesty the Fourth Drukyalpo. Various cultural programs were also performed to celebrate the day. And of all, the lottery draw was what excited the people most. Various prizes from mobile phones to jersey cows and power tillers were given to lucky winners. December 17 marks the enthronement of Khonsar Ugen Wangchuk as the first Drukyalpo of Bhutan in 1907. Yishi Galton, BBS News, Paru.
Addressing the nation on the National Day, His Majesty the King emphasized on importance of civil servants in the country. His Majesty the King said civil servants hold an important role for fruitful achievement of the 11th five-year plan, addressing people's need and fostering a vibrant democracy.
Addressing the people of Bago Thodru gathered at the Ugenpelri Palace, His Majesty the King said, "By the grace of God and people's good fortune, Bhutan so far has enjoyed unwavering peace and prosperity."
Misegara namaseme gojil. Gyakab laluchinan tetad zombulingi peljodi ma nyamjue gale gyakab marabchilu gem rosisibe dewe pochila. Te gyakab lalunan natrulan ibma le tembigi nyensupten gyakab laluna 막주기 둥가에 회두베둘 때 랄루난 중화시기 깽인 라소버기 때 기도 넘버 나소베 대베법 뒤지 마치기 통일 때 인데르베루 마치르기 두게 합디 괜주수미기 두지 진랍 진제 공미기 굽세 옹아탕 마치르 미세기 가제 파마기 멜럼 더 최종 수마스기 견잡레된 다 뒤주기 로지 자와진 마치르 개합나로 깽에네 마틀 가르 란라소스기 라겐수 박 랑기 라베사 개합나로 중기 잘라 집들에 도착하네 마줌바 가르 레짐 조 데베 젠디게라 마레 남세메 삼조질.
His Majesty, in his address, also highlighted the responsibility of civil servants in nation building.
다시옵스기 자치슈들레 ngacara lochinalu 님 니잘 합치듯이 레게 자치슈 먹어벨레 대디면 ngacara 두게 합나루 님 좁게 합진 대 겔용기 주지 예초베 대 디골로 님숨드진 마저레 제주기 예소스유 대 디골로 더러 랑기 톱람기 예소스유 대 자님다 다우기 예소에도 대 아니수 가르치 잡아진 대 님 앙장 니절 합지디 지레벨 라 베니기 뒤셀 대 아니 뒤세디 촐라 마담바 베심다 마제 가데 타타 자겐디베 차지 주골
His Majesty said, being a small country is in itself the biggest advantage.
대지디 나저라 개합 충고인발 나히지 나저라 미스술을 랍디비 나지기 톱숙 모마드라 개합 충고 벤디기말 라가지라 베루 로와 답 로와 조 로와 렙베 베라베술 로 개합 bomben 답마드에 bombe 튀올 답마드 세고 버진 밀로브라 만디기 세수버 라가멜 마치나 두 난케 버진 곱수비 개합 중구 라가지널로 정카 케지 디널로 미붐 둘합레게 미 가치라 제로 마치라 침치나기 사사숨베 냐나토토베 제술 다니 고컵디 마치기 촐라타니 명라
His Majesty the King also commended the government, opposition party and parliamentarians for shouldering their responsibilities with sincerity and dedication. Pemal Hadin, BBS News.
His Majesty the King also awarded Druk Thukse to Dr. Atit Orirot, Jungso Sherab Jordan, Lewe Napchi and former Yambi Lewe Basokap.
Dr. Atit Urairat is the president of the Rangsit University and a member of parliament in Thailand. In his career, he also served as foreign minister, health minister, and minister of science, technology, and environment. He provided 150 scholarships to Bhutanese to pursue degree and master's courses at the Rangsit University. Dr. Atit has also been awarded several prestigious awards by the King of Thailand.
I feel honored really because I think only what I've tried to contribute to Bhutan is from my heart, my sincerity, and I think that Bhutan is the example of life and country that I would like Thailand to be like.
80 years of age, Jungso Sherab Jordan is a retired traditional medicine doctor. In 1967, under the royal command of His Majesty the Third Druk Gyalpo, Jungso Sherab and Jungso Pem Doji established the country's first traditional medicine hospital in Dishinchuling. After his retirement in 1997, he has been living in Honso, treating elderly people who visit them for medication. Lubin Napchi, 88 years of age, has devoted most part of his life to the service of constructing hakangs in the country. He joined the monk body at the age of 7 and has served the royal family since the reign of His Majesty the Second Druk Gyalpo. Former Yambi Lebe Basokap started his education at the age of 7 from Pungthim Trasang. 88 years of age, he served as Yambi Lebe of the Juntrasa from 1958 to 1961. Druk Thukse is the highest individual civilian decoration awarded for outstanding services to Sawasung. Sinzam, BBS News.
Coinciding with 108th National Day celebrations, His Majesty the King conferred Buramap or Red Scarf to Dasho Karmatsitim, the chairperson of the Royal Civil Service Commission.
50 years of age, Dashokarmatsitim said he is honored to have received the red scarf. The prestigious honor, he said, comes with great responsibility.
Dari gelung dichin gi nyim dilu mi honga da rimboche chogi malu buramap ki gone nami dilu hindam be kilera kadi gasoi se shuni tengara khatule berura machi jogi tawasumlu chichu ganshugi tole chashuni ki khelandam chapini.
Dashokarmatsitim joined the civil service in 1989 as an assistant finance officer with the finance ministry. He then served in various capacities in the ministry. He also served as the secretary of Cross National Happiness Commission. He was appointed as chairperson of the RCSC last year. A graduate of Sharapsi College in Kanglong, he has a master's degree in business administration from the University of Canberra in Australia. Tamchusam, BBS News.
His Majesty the King awarded National Order of Merit, Gold, Silver and Bronze to over 100 people in recognition of their hard work, commitment and dedication to the country. His Majesty the King granted Lifetime Service Award to 45 former civil servants who served from 1985 to 2011. 6 educators were awarded National Order of Merit, Gold, 22 teachers National Order of Merit Silver and 22 teachers National Order of Merit Bronze. A Buddhist monk from the United Kingdom, Lama Shenpen Zangpo, was awarded a National Order of Merit Gold for helping Bhutanese, especially youth, recover from addiction.
Of course, it's a great honor to meet His Majesty and to be honored. As I said, I'm just like a street dog, but I like hanging out with the addicts and kids who have these kind of problems, so I would like to continue to do that. But
a 77-year-old retired diplomat and executive chairman of pro-Bhutan Germany, Harald Nestroy, was awarded a National Order of Merit, Gold, for his 28 years of contribution in health and education sectors in Bhutan. Dr. Sanduk Ruet, an internationally renowned eye surgeon from Nepal, was awarded National Order of Merit, Gold. He has given numerous trainings to Bhutanese eye surgeons and doctors. He also helped provide HPV vaccine to Bhutanese children.
And privileged to get it from His Majesty. And it's great to work in a country like Bhutan, where people are so nice and you have such a wonderful government. The kings.
Tuzope Rinchen and Naku from Punakha were awarded National Order of Merit Gold for their contribution in construction of zongs and lakangs. Dozop Chado from Wangdiforang was awarded National Order of Merit Gold for his contribution in the construction of Dechincholing Palace and other zones. Hladrip Sonamduji from Trongsa received National Order of Merit Gold for his mural paintings. The National Order of Merit was founded by His Majesty the King in 2008 for distinguished and meritorious services to the state. For Sonam Sring, Namgye Wangchuk, PBS News. As proposed by the Royal Civil Service Commission, the Cabinet approved maternity leave to 6 months from 3 months. The RCSC had submitted the proposal to the Cabinet in the beginning of this month. The Commission also put forth 2 other proposals to extend paternity leave from 5 to 10 working days and paternal leave of 6 months. As per the proposal, both the parents are eligible for the parental leave. They will be entitled to only half of their basic salary during the leave. Parents will be eligible for parental leave before the child turns 1 year old. However, BVS could not confirm on the later 2 proposals. Meanwhile, the RCSC is yet to officially hear from the Cabinet to implement the 6-month maternity leave. Bhutan's remittance inflows have stagnated in last 5 years. Until September this year, Bhutanese working abroad sent home only Newton 570 million. Bhutan's remittance inflow, which is the smallest in the region, contributes less than a percentage to the economy's gross domestic product. In 2004, Bhutan received only Newton 62 million as remittance. However, there are few who believe remittance has increased through the informal channels, since only a few uses the banking channel. The country receives most of its remittance from United States and Australia. Bhutan's annual revenue from hydropower generation is expected to cross a staggering 14 billion rupee by the end of this year. After paying back the loans taken to build the hydropower projects, the economy will be left with net revenue of around 10 billion rupee.
Total hydropower revenue increased by over ₹500 million compared to the previous year. Officials from the Druk Green Power Corporation said increase in generation and revenue this year was because the country received more rainfall.
Generation is good. It is expected to be around 7,397 million units, which is higher by about 250 million units compared to last year. So last year, 2014, we achieved only 7,147 million units. So basically, the revenue increase is mainly because of the generation. So the total revenue because of the increase in generation that we are expecting this year from the sale of energy is around 14.14 billion compared to last year of 13.65 billion.
Ugen Namgyal also said with the revenue purely dependent on generation, it was important to ensure there are no major power plant breakdowns throughout the year.
So we have to ensure actually during the summer months that our plants are fully available for generation. And DGPC, we benchmark against the international, at a very international level. So our achievement in terms of ensuring that power plants are available is around more than 99%. Then during the winter months, we have to ensure that whatever water are available on the river basin are used fully. So given this proper usage of the water and plus ensuring the power plant availability, so DGPC had been able to make higher revenue.
Of the total hydropower earnings, Bhutan pays 3.2 billion rupees annually to service the loans for hydropower projects. By the end of this month, loans for the 60 megawatt Kurichu hydropower plant will be paid off. Starting 2016, Bhutan's loan obligation will be reduced from the initial 3.2 billion rupees to 2.8 billion rupees. This will also reduce rupee outflow to the same extent. Nirup Gelson for BVS News.
Anti-Corruption Commission has uncovered 11 land scams involving Chang's former GUP Naku. ACC says they have finished investigating 5 of the 11 cases. They are compiling the report. ACC will soon forward these reports to the Office of Attorney General. Over a year ago, ACC had detained Naku in connection with a land scam in Thimphu. He was released after almost a month-long detention in November 2014. ACC had taken the action against Naku in line with the Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2011. The Act authorizes the Commission to arrest without warrant any person upon reasonable suspicion of having committed or about to commit an offence. Employees of SKW Tashi Metals and Alloys Private Limited in Phuntsholing are on a dividing line following the company's hiatus for a couple of months now. They are not certain whether the company will resume production or not.
The silicon manufacturing company at Pasaka remained temporarily closed from July this year. Since then, its employees have been paid at irregular intervals, even after the company had assured them their monthly salary. These, many of the employees say, is making their future prospect look bleak.
We had problems in getting our monthly salary. Previously, the company paid us after selling its raw materials. But then raw material like charcoal gets spoiled if stored for long. In October, we got 50% of our salary and the remaining in November. For November's salary, they paid us 80% and the 20% was deposited recently. We have to pay our monthly house rent on time, even if we are not paid accordingly. So when our house owner asked for rent, we didn't have money and it was really difficult. We even had to do part-time jobs in other companies.
There are about 211 employees working for the company. Some of the employees said they are ready to leave the company provided they are paid their retirement benefits. The officials at the site did not want to comment on why the company decided to pause operation. Sources say the company's two shareholders continue to negotiate the fate of the company and come to a common understanding. The company's shareholders were not available for comment. Commissioned in 2011, the company is a partnership between a German-based company and Tashi Metals and Alloys Private Limited. Kampal for Kingatashi, Pemasuki for BBS News.
In order to promote safe and comfortable transport service, the Information and Communications Minister inaugurated a model bus stop in the capital. As a part of the program, Intelligent Transport System Report was also launched.
The 48-seat bus model stop has been constructed next to the expressway at Jangjiji. The stop was constructed as per the Intelligent Transport System study for Timbuktu. The study is to develop a desirable transport system which is practical and cost-effective for an efficient and effective transport management system in the city.
Unlike other bus stops, this bus stop is quite unique in the sense that it's well lit during the night. Even the women and children, they can come and wait for the bus even after the dark. There is no danger because it's well lit. And other bus stops I have not seen it is well lit. This is well lit so that it provides a friendly or conducive environment for the women and children to commute even after it is dark. The other thing is, as I have said earlier, it has a wheelchair ramp so that the people with the wheelchair, they can come straight into this ramp and then get access to the bus. So these are some of the special features that has been incorporated in this bus stop.
There are also plans to install lights at the zebra crossing next to the bus stop for safety of pedestrians. Jangjiji was chosen as the pilot project site since a low-income group housing colony is located in the area. If proven successful, the MOIC plans to construct similar bus stops throughout the capital city. The model bus stop was constructed with financial support of almost 1 million UTM from the United Nations Development Programme. Sonam Singh for BBS News.
Well, that's all we have for this week. Join us next week, same time, same channel. Thank you for now.